Table 7, you're going to go to your drawer. You will find your contents right inside. To get started at table 7, you'll need a roll of tape, a piece of cardboard, your pliers, and some wire to play with. We're going to use scrap metal. Our first assignment is just to practice making letters with scrap wire so that we feel the role of the pliers. Your pliers will be your friends in this, as they provide more torque, holding and bending your piece, your idea, as you continue to shape the wire according to what you're imagining. You can literally go in any direction. Wire is quite forgiving if you just patiently learn how. Your hands can be involved, of course, but you will find a lot more control with 2 pliers, one holding, the other bending. It's also really important as you come to your shape that it's relatively flat. And to get it flat, you can use your hands to some degree, but you'll find that it's just a lot better to use the pliers to flatten. So again, it's just a matter of holding and bending into place. And once you have your piece in a relatively flat position that it just relaxes with full contact to the cardboard, then you're ready to secure it. And to secure it, we're going to use tape, because you'll find that the wire gets too hot to handle when you hold it. So we have to use tape to secure this down. So your idea needs to be flat and it needs to be taped down. This will allow you to move to the next step. Here is our soldering station. You will find soldering irons. You will find the solder itself and a basket of materials. Let me explain the materials to you. This is flux used to melt the solder. This is the solder itself, and there is a brush that we apply the solder with. Okay. First, we open our window, and the reason why is because we want the exhaust of this reaction to go outside and not be breathed in. All right. So you push this up, and you push it open. Okay, and that's the idea. Next, we plug in the iron. And while we're waiting for this to warm up, we want to get the sponge wet. The sponge has to be wet to wipe off excess solder. The sponge should be a little soppy. It should be pretty darn wet, okay? So next, we're going to prepare a little bit of flux. We pour just a tiny bit into the cap. We don't need a lot. Our brush we set to the side. Our piece is ready here. We always want to use 2 fingers on the sponge and pull away from the sponge. We want this to be shiny and flat. No solder is left. Anywhere we want there to be flux, we want to just touch it lightly, and that's it. There's not a lot that's necessary. We roll out our solder about this far so it's safe and away from our hands. I'll zoom in. Then we just lay the iron on the solder and release. We know that this is shiny at first, and when it turns cloudy, it's hardened. And then we wipe off our iron. Okay? We know we're done when the iron again is clean and flat, and our piece has been soldered. Cleaning up is super important. We pour the flux back into the cap and bottle. We put the brush back, brush end down, so as to reduce touching it. We don't want to touch the flux. It's not good for us. Okay? And We put everything back into this basket. And most importantly, we unplug the iron. We might need to leave this to cool for the moment, but later at the end of class, we'll put it back up on the shelf. Do so very carefully. I like the wires off the counter and everything left here. And last, we need to tend to the window. You use this, pull in, and close off. And I insist at the very end that you wash up. You should have no flux on your hands. It does not feel good. Cleaning up is super important. I want to spend a moment here to just show you fantastic soldering work. This is a student named Malik, and I want you to observe how tiny all of his soldering points are. And that is really clean work. When we see big blobs of solder, that's not good. When we see very tiny spots of solder, that's excellent. This shows a lot of control, a lot of precision, that the soldering was not overused and very clean. Okay, so when I see your projects, I don't want to see big blobs, but rather very tiny amounts that show control and precision. What do you think?